All right, guys, it's Copper Cut. Listen, it's a Wednesday night. Picked up my wife from physical therapy. Her sister's been helping us. The first couple of weeks of physical therapy were rough because I had to leave work early. It was a shit show. It was just a lot of things going on. And to be honest with you, it was a pain in the ass. And her sister has been helping us out a lot. She lives nearby. She lived with us for a little bit. And she drops her off. I pick her up. So, this is where I say my weeks, I don't have time. It's 8 o'clock and we're still haven't wrapped up dinner. So, I came out here because I got a couple of minutes, but the main reason is I want to ask you guys if the next couple of work sessions, you guys would want me to go live, and I need some feedback. And then on the community post, I guess I can post a time I'm going to go live, because if nobody's going to watch it, then I'm not going to do it because I have the capability to go live now. But the first thing I'm going to do is Friday night, clean up the engine, torque everything down. So by clean up the engine, I'm going to take the oil pan back off because it's just bolted on there, and you could tell that some oil spilled out because there's no gaskets on the oil pan. I just had oil in there. We were flushing stuff out. And actually, I'm going to touch on this. All the stuff that I found in the pan, believe it or not, was actually the Isky Rev Lube that just chunked in there. It all wiped away. I thought it was goop and crap, and actually it really wasn't, because I don't use black RTV. I used a gray Permatex. So all that black shit that was in there was the Isky Rev Lube. So, yeah, go figure. Either way, drop in the pan. Just going to kind of spray. Once I torque the mains and rod caps down, I'm going to spray underneath with brake clean, which is kind of a no-no when you're building engines, but I don't like using brake clean. There's a reason for that, and I'm not going to get into it. But I am going to spray just a little bit to clean the surfaces up, and then we're going to do our gaskets, get everything going. And then Saturday, the game plan is to put the engine in if I get that stuff done successfully Friday night, which I can do another live feed for that depending on when it would be right. But usually I'm out here by 10 in the morning, 10:30, 9 o'clock, depending on how Friday night went. And it looks like Friday night is not going to be a typical go out and party night. It's going to dinner and come out here and work. Fridays we cut loose. We owe it to ourselves, right, people? Right? So either way, the game plan, I wanted to get this engine on the run stand, but you know what? I really put a lot of thought into it. Money is tight. I can't afford materials right now, and I am dead serious about that. I can barely afford to go pick up my engine from the machine shop. So, at the moment, I am going to put the engine, after figuring this out, back in the car and fire it up. Now, we did find failure in the oil pump, and we have been priming it, and we have been getting good oil pressure numbers. So, obviously, before we drop the engine in altogether, we're going to pre-lube it again with the engine, with the oil that it's going to have, and we're going to put it in. So, the game plan is to hopefully have it running by Sunday, and hopefully things are good. I mean, this engine ran great. It made no noises. The oil pressure wasn't there. And I think it's the fact that I had the stacked oil gears that were welded, and it just, the oil pressure wasn't there. And obviously we destroyed the old oil pump. So it's actually got the oil pump out of the J-headed 350. And I actually have to check the pickup depth, even though it's impossible to bottom out this this style of oil pump pickup because it's got a strap. We should be good, more than good. But it was designed for a different type of oil pan. So I'm going to go in there with my bore scope. This is the lazy way to do it, and just kind of gauge and see what the depth is. So if you guys want to see a live feed of the kind of work and an install, I can do that. That would be kind of cool, but only if you guys are interested. And Like, I got to have enough people interested in it because I've done it in the past and there really wasn't like a whole lot of anything. But we have a lot more subscribers now versus the last time that I did it. So just let me know. Again, it's Wednesday night. I'm planning my weekend work already. Tomorrow I have, what's today? Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. I have dinner with my father-in-law. And then Friday is going to be hopefully clean up, seal up, and get it ready to send her home. And we have our gaskets. We have everything. So we're all good there. And we kind of stole from Peter to pay Paul, but we're going to just chug along. And my buddy actually, whose Cutlass I painted, gave me a stock melling type pump, which can be blueprinted. The only problem is we would have to modify a pickup because it's a press-on, and we would have to weld it on. But I'm thinking I'm just going to buy another melling pump when I start putting the J-headed 350 together. At this point, this engine going back in the car is a logical thing because we kind of have no choice. Our next race is in a month, and if we want to race the car, we kind of have to get it running within the next 2 weeks to get some testing done to figure out stuff yet again because we're changing combinations. And if it's not happy, then we're going to race this fucking hunk of shit. So, on that note, I'll let you guys go. Share, like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as Copper Cutlass. You guys have followed along the saga, everything. It's been a hell of a summer with my wife breaking her leg at the first time we went out to the track this year, and just that kind of set the tone for the whole year, and it's been rough. I'm not blaming her. I'm not complaining. It's definitely humbled me in a way where we had plenty of easy years. This year has been very tough financially and time-wise. So don't take it for granted, guys. So we'll see you around. Share, like, subscribe. As always, Copper Cutlass. We'll see you guys around.